Welcome to Traveler's Tales. I am your host, Greg Alonzo. Today I will be your guide through history as we take a look at beer in the ancient Mesopotamian world. Just as a reminder, we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. Moving right along. Mythology tells us one thing, while archaeology tells us another. Beer is one of the oldest drinks that humans have produced. Archaeologists have confirmed that barley beer dates back to the 5th millennium before the Common Era in ancient Persia. From the site of Godin-Tepe in the Zagros Mountains of western Persia, quite a bit of evidence has been unearthed testifying to beer drinking over a long period during the Median Empire. For the ancients, the malting process helped to preserve the grains much longer, and fermentation also increased nutritional values of grains. Let's also not neglect the fact that the water sources were not always safe for consumption. Chemical tests of ancient pottery jars have revealed that the popularity of the beverage is also an indication of the earliest known uses of fermentation. In Mesopotamia, the oldest evidence of beer is believed to be a 6,000-year-old Sumerian tablet depicting people consuming a drink through reed straws from a communal bowl. These beers were often thick, more like gruel rather than drink, and for this reason the Sumerians used straws to avoid the bitter solids left over from fermentation. A 3,009-year-old poem honoring Ninkasi, the patron goddess of brewing, contains the oldest surviving beer recipe. It clearly reveals the production of beer from bread made from barley. Other clay tablets found in Mesopotamia indicate that the majority of brewers were most likely women. Brewing was also a fairly well-respected occupation during the time. This is in part due to the fact that brewing derived social sanction and divine protection from female deities. As previously stated, Ninkasi covered beer production. The goddess Ceres was also used in a metonymic way to refer to beer, and the goddess Siduri covered the enjoyment of beer. As for brewing techniques, the Mesopotamians incorporated the usage of twice-baked barley bread called bapir, which was exclusively used for brewing beer. It was discovered early that reusing the same container for fermenting the mash would produce more reliable results, and on an interesting note, it seems that those brewers who were on the move carried their tubs with them. Another interesting fact is that beer was so vital to the society approximately 5,000 years ago, workers in the city of Uruk were paid by their employers in beer. It is quite evident that beer and its production was an essential facet of the social environment in the Mesopotamian world. It is also interesting to point out that in the Epic of Gilgamesh, in which the wild man Enkidu is given beer to drink, in the tale it reveals that he had a taste for beer and quaffed down 7 pitchers. We will link our video on the Epic of Gilgamesh to this presentation. Beer was not only considered a beloved beverage by the Sumerians, it was especially important to both the Akkadians and the Babylonians, and a staple in their lives. Early traces of beer and the brewing process have also been found in ancient Babylonia. At the time, brewers were women as well, and also priestesses. Some types of beers were used especially in religious ceremonies. In 2100 before the Common Era, the Babylonian king Hammurabi included regulations governing tavern keepers in his law code for the kingdom. In Syria, the uncovered Ebla tablets show that beer was produced in the city as early as 2500 before the Common Era. These tablets have also revealed that Ebla produced a variety of beers, including one that appears to have been named after the city of Ebla. Eventually, the popularity of beer spread to Egypt. In fact, there is documented evidence that beer was an integral part of the social and economic lives of the Egyptians. Archaeologists have located written histories of beer consumption in ancient Egypt. Archaeologists have found a 5,000-year-old beer factory in Abydos, Egypt, which dates back to the reign of King Narmer in the early dynastic period. We will cover the history of beer in Egypt in a future video and its eventual spread throughout the ancient world. This brings us to the end of beer in the ancient Mesopotamian world. Thank you for once again joining us for this edition of Traveler's Tales. Just as a reminder, we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. For your convenience, we have also posted our email address and Instagram information. We enjoy hearing from our subscribers. Don't hesitate to contact us with any questions or comments you may have. If you haven't already subscribed to Traveler's Tales, please do. This really is the best way to help our channel grow. Traveler's Tales will return with part 2 of beer in the ancient Mesopotamian world. Until we meet again at the crossroads of folklore and fact, Kartistos.